Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 on a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Motion man sent left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Putting the tight end in motion. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To throw here on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cowboys are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 32. Getting out to his left. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To the air, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead. Has about 5 yards. Kalen Carson with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Culp with a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Got for big yards on the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down from the red zone. This complete to Culp. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. He brings it in. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught, nice gain left side. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He beams one deep right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, And incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll run here on first down. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 46. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, looking to throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Back to throw now. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
They'll try and throw it here. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. All right, They'll set up now, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, so that brings up 2nd down. The give to Patterson out of the shotgun. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Hauled down by Christian Izien.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Setting up the screen. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Second and 3 now. Looking to the air here. The throw is caught. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. He's got it.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll send him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Setting up a throw. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, they'll run. And he drives it up past the 45. Working quickly here. Second and 6 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Pass play now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
They kick the running back in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 6. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Third down from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Throwing it again here. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll throw on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the 1st half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game before halftime. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. Throwing on the run, deep down that into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. A pretty tough play for him to make right there, partner.
And such a fascination with these kind of plays today, Kate.
There is, rolling that direction, but it is hard for him to deliver a pass at full power. I mean, my stomach's hurting just watching him try to get those hips around, and it is indeed picked off. Because
fundamentally, it's so unsound. It's why these passes will be underthrown, not have enough velo, float in the air. You know, fun is in the fundamentals, right? It's the first 3 letters of fundamentals. It's fun because it leads to success. You take this kind of...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
There was a theory some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on 3rd and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. No return on that punt. And they'll only have time for 1 play before halftime. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Camarda on to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He breaks a tackle. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 28. Gets this to Fant. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it'll be 2nd down. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut! And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And the defender comes away with it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Throwing on 2nd and 11. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
The give for the 1st time to Rashad White. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Slot man motioned over. Here's 2nd and 7. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 23. Dumps it off to his running back. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
White on 1st and goal. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, up the middle, going to be pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. But you want to range outside, you want to get into his domain, you better be careful because this strong safety will put you on your back.
He's dropping back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian is in with the INT. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Pass play on 1st and goal. Completed over the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
That one's out and caught on the right side. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. They did it! He made the interception! Christian is in with the INT. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it. 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. From the red zone now. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Running on 2nd with White. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. It's White on the give. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again with White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Simply an incredible stand from this defense right there. And they've just fed off themselves after each stop. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal. You could just feel that momentum down there, Kate. They've gotten more and more fired up, and it culminated by forcing the loss right there on 3rd down.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. quick throw finds about right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Christian Izien with the INT. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. Backed up on their own goal line, Bronca. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
Up the middle, here goes White. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Again, this is White. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Buccaneers down by 7.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers cut it to a point late in this one. In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Now Camarda on to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Put the body on the line for his team. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. He'll look to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They give it to him again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
He's back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10 now. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And there was no easy enough. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that